Hi there, I'm Coach Amy, and today's nutrition topic is undereating. So, when it comes to weight loss, weight gain, or weight maintenance goals, most people are typically focused on if they're overeating, but undereating is often overlooked and is also a huge important factor when it comes to hitting your goals. So, just so you know, each and every one of us are unique individuals. We have our own caloric needs that are going to be based on our age, sex, height, weight, activity level. All of those things are going to go into play as to how many calories you need per day in order to gain, lose, or maintain your weight. So finding your perfect balance is going to be key to that. If weight or muscle gain is your goal, you're going to be wanting eating in a calorie surplus, which means you're eating more calories than you're actually burning. And if weight loss is your goal, you want to be in a calorie deficit. And what that means is you're burning more calories than you're eating. So I hear all the time, I'm eating 1,000 calories a day. I'm doubling up on my workouts, working out 7 days a week, and the scale is not budging. I am not losing any weight. And I hear that quite often. The same thing goes for people who are trying to gain weight and gain muscle. I feel like I'm eating this much food, I'm lifting weights, and nothing's happening. So just know that what works for one person may not work for you. So, you may hear your neighbor say, oh, I lost weight by eating 1,500 calories a day, and that's what I stuck to lose my weight. Or, you have another friend who ended up super jacked, and it's because he was eating whole chickens. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that's what your body needs. And at bare minimum, everybody should be eating at least 1,200 calories per day as an adult. If you see anything less than that, or somebody suggests for you to eat less than that, just run, because that's not good. Only under the instruction of a physician would it ever be okay to eat under that, and there are very few examples where that would ever be okay. So again, 1,200 calories, bare minimum. All right, so again, most people are led to believe that overeating is the problem when they're not hitting goals. It would make sense if you were trying to lose weight that, I'm burning all these calories, exercising, why is nothing moving? Well, here's why. Because if you're under eating for so long, your body's essentially going to go into starvation mode. And what that means is your body's going to start storing fat, and your metabolism is going to slow to a crawl. It's going to start burning calories very slowly because it wants to save any and all energy to keep your body systems and organs going. Okay, our bodies don't recognize oh, hey, Amy's trying to lose weight, so let's burn all these calories. No, our body knows I'm not getting energy, so I need to save it because I don't know when I'm going to get more energy. And this goes all the way back to our ancient ancestors. Think back hundreds of years ago, people didn't eat 3 meals a day. They didn't have a kitchen. They didn't have a refrigerator to go to and just, snack and graze all day. You ate when you caught your dinners. So, that's not true today, but our bodies haven't changed and adapted to that. So just remember, you need to eat. I'm going to keep repeating this over and over. You need to eat. All right, so immediate effects of undereating. And these can go into effect, a few days or a few weeks of not eating enough calories. So here are some signs to look for. Fatigue. If you're tired all day, you're dragging, you constantly need coffee, you just can't wake up for anything, you feel drained of energy, that's a sure sign. Struggling through your workouts. You go to work out, usually you crush it, you're not able to do some of the weights you normally could, or you're barely making it through, or at the end of the workout, you just want to crawl, you're done. Trouble sleeping and restlessness. If you have trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, waking up in the middle of the night, anything like that, any form of insomnia is another sign. If you're cranky or irritable, if you're walking around hangry all day, that's, good indicator. Poor recovery from exercise. If your muscles are always sore, you take some rest days, you just, injuries keep creeping up, you don't feel well. Frequently sick. You get a cold, you're sick for a few weeks, you get better a few weeks later, you're sick again, and the cycle just keeps repeating over and over. Another good sign. Trouble concentrating. If you can't focus, you can't concentrate on your day-to-day tasks, keep a lookout for that. And if you notice any of these signs, that's usually a good time to stop and evaluate your eating habits. All right, long-term effects. Now, long-term effects, these are going to be, under eating for, weeks, months, years. These are the things that are going to happen over time. Depression. We talked about the mood swings and irritability earlier. You stay in a crappy mood long enough, you're going to get depressed. Severe hair loss. Your hair, especially females, start falling out in clumps. You'll notice, you wash your hair and you're just pulling it out. That's not a good sign. Ladies, irregular or missed menstrual cycles. You should not be missing periods. If they're irregular, anything longer than a month or two, make sure you contact your physician and get that checked out. That's not a normal cycle, and you really want to make sure that that's taken care of, which can also lead to infertility, and that goes for both men and women. Chronic insomnia. So a couple of sleepless nights are going to lead to, sleepless weeks, months, and again, with the depression, all of that lack of sleep, that's really going to put a hindrance on your sleep cycle. Constipation. Are you pooping? You should be pooping every day, every other day. And that's a topic we'll talk about further coming up. But, everybody's, everybody has their own poop cycle. So, if something seems out of the norm or you're going longer and longer in between bowel movements, definitely keep an eye on that. And last but not least, malnutrition. That's when you're severely missing vitamins and minerals due to them lacking in your diet, and that could cause a lot of health problems. All right, so how can you tell if you are eating enough? First off, you're going to feel energized and well rested. So, you feel good, you can conquer the day, you wake up, you don't need 10 cups of coffee to get going. The ability to complete your usual workouts without feeling fatigued. So you go to the gym, you crush it, you go on a run, you feel good the whole time. And you're not going to feel good every single workout, but if you can say, most days you feel well, that's good. Let's see. You do not feel constant hunger. If you're walking around all day and you're starving and you're counting down your minutes to your next meal, you're hungry. You need to eat. Okay, you shouldn't be hungry all day. When it gets close to a mealtime, absolutely yes, you should start feeling some hunger. But if it's a constant feeling, you really need to look into your calories. Positive mood and well-being. Again, you just feel good. You feel great. You wake up, you're ready to hit the day running. Regularity, again, with the pooping, you're pooping on a regular basis. That's good. Keep everything moving. A clear and focused mind. You're okay staying on task. You can get through your day. And lastly, meet with a nutrition coach. We're equipped with the tools to help you find your individual needs when it comes to, intake and how many calories you need. We can take all your information and evaluate that for you to make sure you're doing what you need for your specific needs. All right, so here are tips on how to tune into yourself on a regular basis. Make time for regular check-ins with yourself. I really, really, really like to tell people to do habit tracking. Pick a handful of daily habits such as water intake, eating so many servings of vegetables a day, getting in movement, how many hours you slept, and just check off every day when you complete those. And then, you can look back and at the end of the week say, wow, Wednesday and Thursday I really felt like garbage. Well, look back at the days leading up to that and see, maybe I wasn't drinking enough water. Maybe I wasn't eating enough protein. And you can really hone in on those specific habits that you need to be hitting to feel your best. Food tracking is another one. I know food tracking is not for everyone and it can get tedious, but once you know your calorie needs, it would be very helpful to do a few days of tracking just so you could see what that number of calories looks like. So say for instance, and I'm just throwing out a number, 1,800 calories per day is what you specifically need to maintain your weight. So track for a few days, and this way when you're not tracking, you can go through and specifically okay, this is about how much I need to be eating per day for me to hit my goals. So again, to recap all of that, eat, okay? Promise me you're going to eat. Nobody should be under eating or worrying about, if I eat too many calories, I'm not going to lose weight, which is true, but, everything in reason, okay? Life is meant to be enjoyed. Food is meant to be enjoyed. So again, if you need any help, feel free to contact me and I can help you find those exact numbers I was talking about. And I hope you got some good information out of this. All right, thanks.